New camera! Hello and welcome back to Harry Shoots People. Today we have a package that's just arrived and it's a new camera, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. It's been a while since I pulled the trigger on the new camera, but I'm pretty excited. Okay, so the camera that I've actually ended up buying is from the title, the Canon EOS-1. And being fully transparent, I did accidentally buy the wrong version. I meant to buy the Canon EOS-1N, and in my haste to get such a good deal, I bought the EOS-1. Basically, there's 5 years of difference between the two cameras, with the EOS-1 coming first and then the 1N. The EOS-1 has single point autofocus, whereas the 1N has 5-point autofocus. There is an even later version called the 1V, which I believe has either 10 or 12-point autofocus, but the 1N is pretty fairly priced, so is the EOS-1. But anyway, I accidentally bought this one, so yeah. Anyway, basically, I think that I'm just going to test this out, see how good the EOS-1 is, potentially upgrade, maybe not, but we're just going to put a roll through the EOS-1, see how it works, see what we like about it, and then maybe I'll decide where I want to upgrade to the EOS-1N. But this is it. I watched Willem Verbeek's video on the EOS-1N, decided I wanted to try it out, and I thought I'd just buy one and see how it performs. So once we get this open, we're going to grab a roll from J&A and test it out. Final reveal. Ta-da! Oh my god, they weren't lying when they said mint condition. Also, this is huge. This is massive. It is really cool though, to be honest. I personally, I'll put that there so you can see how monstrous it is. I personally don't really like cameras like this, no offense. But to be honest, I've never tried them, so this could be the day that all of that changes. It is really, really bulky. It has an automatic winder on the bottom. I got this with a 50mm 1.8 lens. And yeah, mint condition from Japan. Yeah, I'm really excited to test this out and see what it's like. Initial first impressions, super bulky. I miss my G1 already. The shutter sound is so loud, but it is really fast and the autofocus seems to be working fine. So I'm just walking around the park now, see what we take. So just got back from taking a walk around, taking some initial shots with this. We're on shot number 11. And yeah, like I said before, first impressions are super heavy, super bulky. Obviously it's got the automatic winder on the bottom, which takes 8 AA batteries. So far though, the viewfinder seems really sharp. The autofocus is pretty quick. I think now I'm probably just going to watch some videos as to how to use this, how to set it up the way that I want, because I've just been on automatic so far, so I want to see if I can tweak any settings and just kind of see what's possible with the camera. But yeah, about a third of the way through the roll. I do like it, it's responsive, but yeah, that pertains to be seen. Hopefully, there've been some pretty cool shots so far. So we're on our way down to the Decadence now, G1, and we've got the EOS-1s in there too, so maybe we'll be testing that out too, take a couple of shots on it, see what's happening. I'm pretty excited. Okay, so just about to head down to Cal's now. Just wanted to talk about what I've been feeling with the EOS-1 so far, because obviously I shot on the first day, took some good photos, I hope, and then I took it to the quiz for this Decadence last night, where the 50mm lens wasn't exactly what I needed, so I didn't really use it a lot. I think I only took, I'm on 21 shots now, so there's still quite a lot left on this roll. I did pair it with my TLA 140 flash. Didn't seem to properly get the flash sync speed thing working at first, but I feel like I got it in the end. I ended up putting it on manual instead of TTL, and the camera needed to be in program mode from what I believe. So anyway, we're going to take it down there again tonight and hope for some more photos. I'm primarily shooting on the G1, but I'm using this, I'm testing out. It's just so bulky. That's my only issue with it. But also, if it proves to be as good as, if not better than the G1, then I'd love to start only taking one camera to these things, and maybe I could get over myself and take this. But yeah, currently we're going to stick it in our bag, we're going to take it down with us, and yeah, see what kind of things we can shoot tonight with it. Pretty excited. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so basically I've just got the scans back from the first roll out of the EOS-1, and I just thought we'd talk about some of them. So far, definitely my personal favourite was the shot from the roses in the park, or the flowers, whatever it is. Super nice detail with both the roses and the sky. Camera seems to be functioning fine, everything's really great. Especially during the daytime at the park, it was quite good. The only time I've had some issues with it so far was taking it into the nighttime events for both Quiz for Biz and Halogen Halo, where that single point autofocus definitely came back to bite me. It really struggled to find like a super critical focus point. So a lot of those have missed focus, or they're just not as sharp as I'd like them to be. Another thing with the lens, I'm not quite keen on the clinicalness of the look of some of these images, especially that they're taken with flash. They just are a bit too like almost like sharp, but a bit too cold at the same time. I'm not sure if it's the lens, it's the camera, or what, or a particular look, but that's just a personal thing, and maybe something that I'll come around to. But yeah, when I ended up shooting flash with this, I was just using the G1 TTL flash on top of the EOS-1, and it was in program mode, I believe, and it was shooting flash, but it was shooting at like 2.2 aperture, which is why the images look, I think, so strange as well. So that wasn't great. It did really struggle, but the ease of just switching the manual focus straight back on is really nice too. Also, a little detail that I like about the EOS-1 is the fact that you can, I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, but the autofocus, the focus dial, even when you're autofocused, you can still move it. So for instance, if the autofocus isn't technically like just there, or your subject's moved a tiny bit, you can always just move it a slight adjustment very easily. That being said, don't know if you're actually supposed to do that. So far, I am enjoying the camera. It is incredibly sharp. I just think I need that 5-point autofocus with the 1N, and I need to shoot more out of the camera. My favourite image from the Halogen Halo one was the one right at the end. I think it was one of the last images I took, where you can see the projector's in focus, and it's like a triple layered image of just like the heads in the foreground and then the projected image. I think that came out great, and that's more akin to the work that I normally produce. It is also quite difficult when I'm testing out a new camera, because simultaneously don't know what to test out with it, and also I don't want it to interfere with the kind of images I normally make either. But I thought it was a little bit unfair to judge the camera off one roll, so we've put a roll of black and white in, but it's only got 10 shots left, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to shoot on this. We're going to find out. We're going to see how it handles black and white, as I like to shoot a lot of that. So far, I am enjoying this. I just need to figure out where its strengths lie. But yeah, so I'll see you guys when I find something to take photos of. Okay, so excuse the current setup. That'll be explained in a future video coming soon, so subscribe if you want to stick around and see that. What do I think of my old friend, or new friend, the Canon EOS-1? So initially in this review I noted that it was bulky, it's heavy, the grip isn't the best, but it's sharp, it's quick, it's loud, and my review hasn't changed much since the beginning. I really do enjoy this camera. I like the functionality that's packed into it. Obviously, like I mentioned, at the time that it was produced, they were able to cram a lot of electronic functions into film cameras. So you really do get a whole host of options of different shooting styles with this. The 50mm lens is nice, although I feel like my photos are a bit too, like I said before, clinically sharp almost. Sometimes for me personally, I like a slight bit of haze, or almost like just not the most sharp image I could possibly get, as that sometimes puts me off liking an image. I'd like to try this out with a lot of a wider lens. I think maybe something like a 28, if they do a 28 for this system. The focus is very, very fast. I like the fact that you can have both automatic and manual. Overall, it's a really good camera. Even shooting with the flash, over time I've gotten way more accustomed to it. I've only been shooting with this a couple of weeks, but it's proved incredibly capable. It's strange how the downsides are almost upsides for the fact that it's so heavy, but it's heavy because of the automatic winder and all of the different electronic functions that are crammed into this. Obviously, if you don't want the functions, you can get a much lighter camera. But yeah, overall I'm enjoying this. I would still really like to test out the 1N, so I think that might be a potential video in the future, because that 5-point autofocus is sometimes necessary when it's in the dark. But yeah, overall very happy with this camera. There's a couple downsides to it, like I've mentioned, but realistically when you're looking for a fast film camera that shoots 35mm, in my personal opinion, you can't really get much better than this for the budget. I am intrigued to go forward and shoot more black and white with this, as I think I was slightly preferential towards the black and white shots that I did get out of this camera. Anyway guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, drop it a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you ever shot the EOS-1, let me know, and what you think about it. And if you'd like to see more of my photography, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.